We found it! Thank God for that. Welcome back. Time for another Timeguessr daily. I'm not very well illuminated today. It's rather late. I'm in a hotel room. Gosh. Well, this is a very topical start, isn't it? Yeah, it was in Pennsylvania, but I don't actually know where. And it's obviously a very big state. That's a good test of current knowledge, isn't it? I'm going to imagine it was like somewhere in the sort of... Oh, I actually have no idea. I have no idea where in Pennsylvania this was. I'm sure some people will be getting absolutely bang on 10,000 points here. But I'm afraid I don't think I have picked up any more information than that it just happened in Philadelphia. I mean, you'll be living under a rock if you're not aware of this, but this was a Trump rally yesterday, and he got shot at, and it clipped his ear because he was moving his head to look at a chart about illegal immigration, of all things, and that meant that the bullet just skimmed his ear, and he's now taken this. There's various photos of him with his fist raised in the air. I'm getting distracted. I don't know where it was. I think I'm just going to go in the middle of the state and hope that it was somewhere in the middle of the state-ish, but I actually don't know. Oh yeah, not too bad actually. All things considered. Well, actually no, quite bad, all things considered. So where was it? Let's find out. Butler. Or something like that. Meridian. Yeah, I did not know that. Okay, well, no prizes for getting the year correct there. Let's go. Right. I think this is late 60s from the cars, I would guess. Let's have a look. So yeah, I think these are sort of 1960s vehicles. I'm not seeing anything that looks like hugely 70s. So I think we can probably go... Oh, YU. Is that going to be like Yugoslavia? Huh. The former Yugoslavia. Which countries used to be Yugoslavia? It's quite hard, isn't it? Was it like round here? Was it sort of Serbia? It's a good test of kind of, geopolitical history. Not sure if I know. Anyway, I'm going to say like 19... is this going to be one of those cases where like you go later? Oh, but then there's also a German car there. So there's different stickers from different countries. Do I recognize this structure of number plate? I'm not sure. Most of the cars are following this 2-letter, 3-number, 2-number thing, aren't they? Or at least 2, starting with RI. So I wonder if that will help us. It would really help if I was confident in where the heck the former Yugoslavia was. I think it was like around here. Don't know if I can expect to see like something on the map that makes RI make sense. Like Romania. Is this all? Maybe this is all Yugoslavia, you know? Don't even know how big it was. Hotel Bonavia. What do we know? It's very hilly, which like often means that we're quite coastal. It can often be that, can't it? It's almost giving kind of, like it almost feels like the sea is behind us, but I don't really know if that's true. I'm struggling a bit with the year because you never know whether things might feel a little bit... Let's go late 60s. Let's go like 1968. I think we're kind of okay with that. I just don't know where to put this. I just don't know. Like, I don't think Croatia was Yugoslavia. I don't think. I mean, I suppose there's every chance that it was. What is it? R-I. I mean, maybe it's Rijeka. Could that be a thing? What does this look like down on the water? Like Riva here. Does this have hills? Are we going to be able to tell? We want a kind of square. This looks very industrial, doesn't it? I don't think this looks right. I mean, Croatia's pretty hilly, but I don't think that can be. I don't think that can have been it. Where else could we be? I don't know. I'm kind of speechless on this one. I don't know what to say. I'm so clueless. Still going back to this Rijeka place. But would they have like city level number plates? Doesn't seem like massively intuitive that they'd have that. It's really hard to actually put it down knowing how wrong it's going to be. After this, I need to go and do my homework on the former Yugoslavia, where on earth it was. For some reason, I'm feeling like Serbia, Bosnia, etc. It's kind of basically where it all used to be, so I think I'm just going to plonk it in the middle of there and hope not to be too far away. 2 years off. Oh, it was in Rijeka. Perhaps I should have committed to that a little bit more than I did. That's annoying. Yeah, sometimes the most logical thing you can find tends to be correct. Not to worry. All right, well, we're still... If we do very well from here on out, we can still get a reasonably decent score. Right, it seems like there's going to be tons of evidence in this. Can we see any... Oh, look. William Creek Gymkhana Life members. I want to see... Oh, look, Victoria Bitter. So we're in Australia. That is a classic Australian drink that you're not really going to get anywhere else. All this film for cameras is saying 90s to me. Gosh, there's a lot going on in here, isn't there? Right, we're somewhere in Australia, somewhere pretty maybe William Creek is the place. I mean, there's a lot of Australia. Am I gonna bother? Maybe at like this level. I'll skip while I search. Right, I'm not seeing anything jump out at me. I think if I know anything about the sort of stereotypes of Australia, I think this could be a Queensland thing. Because I know that they have a bit of a reputation for being kind of, a little bit more of a VB drinker, if you catch my drift. It looks pretty remote just from the kind of, I don't know, the boondockiness of the whole thing, but I might just be being slightly unfair on the place. There's just so much Australia. Oh, William Creek Hotel. It's definitely a place called William Creek, and it looks pretty outbacky. So maybe let's just have a quick look in the Northern Territory. Oh, look, William Creek, we found it. Thank God for that. It's going to be that place, isn't it? William Creek Hotel. Yes, I'm so glad I kept looking. 97, it could be 98. Oh, blimmin' heck. Ow, that's a wounder. It was much later than it looked. And much later than that thing on the wall suggested. Oh, look, did I miss? Did that say 1999? Maybe. Oh, okay, well. That's okay. Nearly 10,000. I mean, you know, we lost a few on the year, but we got 5,000 points for the location. Persistence paid off. Right. Okay, we've got trams, which doesn't narrow it down massively, but it does give us some indication, perhaps. What does this say? Hotel La Casa Valuta. Something to Ruhaz. Porta Ruhaz. Or Ruhaz. That suggests it's like maybe Spanish language. What does that say? Hungaroton. Maybe this is more like Eastern European. These cars looking pretty 70s. H. Could that be Hungary? Is this Budapest? We could have a go. I think it's the 70s. I'm going to go sort of perhaps later than my instinct is telling me it is, just because often with these sorts of pictures, that's the way it works out. This is a pretty formidable building here. Is that like a railway station, maybe? In the process of hopefully not being demolished, otherwise we'll never find it. It's very long. Is there anything else that H could be? I don't think there's a better guess than Hungary. And if it's Hungary, it's normally Budapest. I don't necessarily recognize this building, but it's obviously a big old building. So maybe if we look for some big old buildings, maybe we'll get lucky. I don't think I have the time or energy to be as persistent with this as I was with the previous location, which really, I mean, nobody should spend that long doing anything really, but we got there in the end. Could it be this? Like, if they've potentially like really kind of I mean, it's possible, isn't it? Got these towers on either side and this kind of pitched roof which goes down a long building with towers at the other end. Like maybe it's just under masses of scaffolding. Maybe it's just been like under construction since the sort of... We've got, I think these are tram lines coming round. So there's every possibility that we're, you know, over here somewhere, looking across at it, maybe even further away, but I don't know, that seems reasonably plausible. This whole thing would have to be new, but that kind of makes sense. This could be completely the wrong building, but I don't know, it looks almost like the same sort of shape. Just like, yeah, I think it is this building, you know. And we've got, well, it's probably up here somewhere, isn't it? Like there. We're quite far away. I think it's that, and I think I'm going to go with 1976. These are 70s cars. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe 77. Let's try it. Yeah, 5,000 again on the location. Good. 1 year off. Okay, solid score. Final round. Okay. Espere su turno aquí. That's Spanish. Right, we'll have some street names here, will we? Maybe not quite. Okay. Oh, there's a street name. Bairrada de la Librete something. Yeah, okay. So Bairrada is, yeah, I recognize that word to be like alleyway or whatever. Quite often with places like this you can kind of tell roughly what region you're in based on the tourist stuff, but I don't know, is this giving sort of Seville maybe? Let's look and see if we can see any bairatas first, or whatever those alleyways are called. Calais, 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 Calais. Pretty much all Calais. So maybe it's not a very this part of Spain word. This, whatever I called it, bairrata or whatever. Okay, these are all Calais. Even the very narrow ones seem to be Calais. Okay, so I don't think we're down here. I think the way that Spain works, I expect we're kind of in the wrong bit. Assuming we are in Spain, which maybe we're not. Let's try somewhere further north. Let's try somewhere... What does it feel like? I mean, there's like parts of Granada that feel a little bit like this, maybe. Calais, 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 Plaza, Calais, Calais. Okay, I think it's not, I don't think it's southern Spain. Let's have a look in Madrid. It's not really screaming Madrid at me, to be honest, but we can see whether we're getting any street names that start to sound a bit more. Madrid's just full of Calais as well, to be honest. Should we try Barcelona? Carrer. Alright, so the words are changing here. If we find a whatever that thing was, then I think we can probably say quite confidently that we are somewhere near or in Barcelona, because we'll be in sort of more of a Catalan thing, but this just seems to be mostly Carrer. Baixada. Oh! Maybe it's Baixada de las Libretes. So that's Baixada de Viladecols. Oh look, Baixada de la Libreteria. We've flipping stumbled across it somehow. And I bet those... Does it go sort of on? Yeah, it blimming does as well. We're here, aren't we? We must be about there, I would say. Yeah, I think we must be. Alright. I think we've had a very strong location day today. Persistence... paying off. Now this could be our downfall here in terms of when. I mean, it looks pretty similar to the satellite imagery, but we don't know when that was taken. And also, they probably had these things up for ages. There's nothing telling me that this is anything other than pretty modern day, to be honest. I don't know if there's anything. I mean, fans of like knowing when Messi played for certain teams, I'm pretty sure he doesn't play for any European teams anymore, so this is either an old shirt or it's a sort of older picture. Maybe let's go like back in time a little bit. Maybe let's go kind of 2017 or something like that. Let's try that. A hard one to date, this one, to be honest. But let's try that. 3 years off, but yeah, 5,000 on the location. 3.2 meters away. Pretty hard to do much better than that. 9,600. Okay, final score. Over 47,000. Pretty happy with that. What was this one? Oh yeah, not knowing where Trump was shot. That one I could have done even better, actually, to be honest. Those letters in the number plate were a real clue that I didn't have the conviction to go with. Australia, later than I thought. 1 year off for that one that was in Budapest on that train station that seems to have been under construction, or, under being fixed for the last 40 years. And then, 3 years off, 3.2 meters. All right. Well, pretty happy with that today. It did take me a flipping long time to find some of them. This was fun. I enjoyed this one today. Some quite challenging years and some pretty fiddly locations to find, but satisfying, especially to find that one in Australia. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoy watching me agonize over maps. I do this every day, and see you next time.